All right, we're off and running. Run streak day 81, and we're back downtown. I'm not really going anywhere too far from home for two reasons. Number one, if I get too cold, I want to be close to home where I can duck back in and warm up. Number two, downtown here, there's plenty of buildings that have public access to what's called the Skywalk, which is actually that thing up there. And you're allowed to just walk through downtown basically in there. So if I get too cold, again, I can duck in there and warm up. Hopefully I won't need to do that. I'm not expecting the GoPro to last the full run. I don't know how long I have to film, so I'm trying to talk early and often before it gets too cold and shuts itself down. But I'm taking some extra steps. I'm wrapping it up in this towel, and I have the silicone body on it as well, hoping that it won't get as cold if it's protected in its little case like that. We'll see how long it lasts. Made it back over onto this side of the bridge. That was a mistake going over by the water. Way too windy to film anything over there. Very, very cold by the river. Better over here when I can take cover from these buildings from the wind. If you're wondering what the temperature is today, it's -6, and with the wind chill it's -33. So believe it or not, it's actually warmer than yesterday. Just hit mile 2, so we're not that far from our 5K goal. I'm going really slow today, slower than yesterday even. My pace today is probably gonna end up being like 9:45 or 10 minutes a mile, but that's fine. We're not worried about speed. Even with my yak tracks on, it's still slippery in some spots. And on top of that, you try to go too fast, you start to run out of air trying to breathe through this big heavy mask. So you're kind of forced to go slow in that sense. So last night's movie was good, Santa Claus. It's been a very long time since I've seen that. Don't know if I've ever seen the sequels to it, but the original is good enough, to be honest. Tim Allen was really good in that movie, and that was on Disney Plus for anybody who's interested. Who knows what we'll get tonight? We only got 2 movies left on the list. We have Gremlins and While You Were Sleeping. So one of Inga's movies, one of mine. Who will win tonight? Okay, made it back from the run. The run ended up being 3.34 miles, so just a little bit over a 5K. We didn't try to push it out too long, but we got the job done regardless. Never ended up having to use the extra pair of gloves, same as yesterday. I'm literally layered exactly the same today as I was yesterday. So if you're wondering how I layered for running out there in the below 0 temperatures, watch yesterday's video. I go through the entire layering process basically of what I was wearing. Pace today was 9:16, so it's actually faster than I thought it was gonna be. It felt like I was going slower anyway, because I wasn't even stopping my watch when I would come to, like, you know, stoplights and crosswalks and stuff. All right, well, we're gonna eat some breakfast, warm up, and get on with our day here. We'll have more later. Let's take a look at the forecast here. Look at that. So today was very cold, especially with the wind. But yesterday and today were the really bad days. We've made it through the worst of it. Saturday is going to be a little bit warmer. Sunday even a little bit warmer than that. Tuesday up to 28. Wednesday 37. Thursday 43. So we're getting back up above freezing at least at that point. So forecast is looking good. Again, we've made it through the hard part. Dinner time has arrived and we are making crunch wraps tonight. So I'm just going to briefly go over all the ingredients here. Can't necessarily say that this is a recipe video, but more like a cooking demo. I don't really have a recipe to follow here, but anyway, we got our tostadas and our refried beans there, a little bit of shredded lettuce, also some diced tomato and some green onion there as well. Then we got 1 avocado, our large flour tortillas, and we're gonna be making rice to go with it as well. So for the rice, I got 1 cup of just regular white rice. For our liquid, we need 2 cups of liquid. So I got about 1.5 cups of vegetable broth in there. And then I put 3 spoonfuls of this salsa into the broth as well. And then I'm gonna top off up to the 2 cup mark with this tomato sauce that's been seasoned as well. So that will be our liquid for cooking the rice in. Almost forgotten ingredient. We're also going to be using just a little bit of this plant-based cheese shreds here. This is an optional ingredient, not necessary, but we'll add a little bit of flavor to it. We're rinsing our rice here in cold water. Now, normally what you'll see on videos is you just want to rinse it with cold water until you see the liquid coming out the bottom clear. What I like to do is shake it up a little bit, and you can see you'll get a little bit more of that cloudy stuff. The more you shake it, the more cloudy stuff will come out the bottom. If you do that a few times, you'll stop to see the cloudy water, and it will be all cleaned up and ready to go. Okay, so the rice is cooking there, and we got our refried beans here. We're about to get these started, and I added in a little bit of seasoning, just a little bit of taco seasoning, a little bit of garlic powder, some salt, and then sprinkled in some of that vegan cheese, and we're gonna get it hot and blend it all together. Then we're also gonna whip up some, not really a guacamole, but more like a super quick version of guacamole. We got our avocado in there. I'm gonna throw in a couple spoonfuls of salsa, and then a little bit of lime juice for that. Okay, so here we go with the layering process here. We're gonna take our bean mixture first, spread it out. Doesn't have to be perfect, that looks pretty good. Tostada shell, actually, you know what? We're gonna put a little bit of this lettuce down there. Tostada shell on top of that. Then we're gonna add in some guacamole. Spread that over the top. Be a little bit more. Just a few of these green onions there. Some tomatoes. A little bit more lettuce there. Just keep folding it over. Apparently, Not as good at this as Inga is, but I think that'll do. Not bad for my first one anyway. Now, we got our pan ready to go. Pan's actually already heated up here, so we gotta stick it on there. Cook it on this side, on the face side down first for a few minutes. Then it should stay closed good enough that we could flip it over. Okay, just flip this one over and you can see it's looking pretty good. Now we're just gonna do the other side here. Okay, the crunch wraps are all done and we got our rice plated up as well. So this is my plate here. I took the ones that didn't come out as good. I gave Inga the better looking ones. Either way, regardless of how they look, they're gonna taste great. I'll say not bad for my first attempt at making these, but I know how to wrap them a little bit better and I know how to cook them a little easier for next time. But these ones look really good. And the rice looks awesome as well. Okay, here we go. 2 movies left. I'm gonna find out which one we're watching tonight. And then technically at that point we will also know which one we're watching on Christmas Eve. So I'm gonna reach in here, pull this one out. Tonight's movie is While You Were Sleeping. Don't know if I've ever seen that. Inga says it's good though, we'll see. Alright, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Till tomorrow, everybody. Take care.